Hey, Kentucky, welcome back. Time for a game of fill in the blank, and we have help today from one of the best dudes I know, Youssef Mason. Youssef, thank you so much for being here tonight. What is up first?
A Lee County school bus driver who is also a volunteer firefighter is being hailed a hero after he spotted a fire at home along his route and stopped and put it out with a garden hose, saving the family inside. Mary Jo and Jack, the actions of Norman Miller are what?
Heroic, just that. I mean, not everybody actually stops and takes action.
Right.
Some people will call, some people keep on driving. This guy was like, give me a hose and I'll help.
And what a break it was that he is a volunteer firefighter at a time when something like this happens. A hero for sure.
God puts you in the right place sometimes.
Absolutely.
All right, Youssef, what's next?
One state lawmaker wants to crack down on drivers who ignore stop school buses by requiring cameras to be mounted on the arms with the flashing lights so authorities can catch offenders in the act. This idea is what, guys?
It's probably good. You know, we have cameras on everything else. They can easily probably put cameras on these to make sure cars aren't speeding by like that. These are our kids, and I promise you, they don't pay attention.
Yes.
The
and
kids
look,
don't.
If a driver is not, doesn't care enough with the sign out, yes, go ahead and do it. It happens thousands of times a day, so it would pay for itself in what, like a month?
Yes, yes. All right, Youssef, what's next?
Truckers who use the parking lot at a Williamsburg Walmart to rest overnight are complaining after the retailer started putting boots over the windows of the big rigs. That can only be removed after the drivers pay a $500 fine. This policy is what?
You know, I don't know. I feel like there are places for truck drivers to pull their trucks over, and it's not necessarily a Walmart parking lot.
Right, and you feel bad for the drivers because they want to get off the road, they want to find a place to rest. Truck stops, they say, are full and they have nowhere to go. But I don't know that I want you taking up the space in my parking lot either.
Yeah, and I know there's room usually, but it's still, they can do that. All right, Youssef, what's up next?
Two young men are accused of setting up a fake Tinder date in order to rob a woman in a Bowling Green park last month. This case is what?
Despicable. I think it's got to be hard enough to online date on Tinder as it is, and now you're set up to get robbed.
Yeah, I feel bad for the young lady who had to go through this, and of course, for the guys who set it up, they need to pay for it. So I hope they got them. I hope they're able to convict them of trying to injure this young lady, and then it's just not good.
No, it's not good. Thank God I don't have to use Tinder.
Yes.
All right, Youssef, what's up next?
Your lower backs can rest easy at Kroger Field this fall. 4 years after primary renovations were completed at Commonwealth Stadium, chairback seats fill almost every section of Kentucky's football venue, with the exception of the student section. This update is what?
Blue. It looks awesome. The stadium looks blue when it's empty, which is really nice. But yeah, chairbacks are huge.
Game day experience.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. And these chairback seats are going to help all of us enjoy the football games even more.
And I think college football and basketball across the board are suffering from, lower turnout. So anything you can do to enhance that experience, you're right. All right, Youssef, what's up next?
We've learned that the Auburn basketball program secretly served 8 months of self-imposed sanctions on recruiting following the arrest of former coach Chuck Person in 2017. This revelation is what?
Well, self-imposition is something that schools are doing now. I kind of feel like they probably should have been a little bit more open about it, but
I think the NCAA knew about it, and those are the main ones who need to know about it. I think most of the time it helps. I think back to the Louisville Cardinals a couple of years ago. They self-imposed, and it didn't help them at all. So we'll have to see what's going to happen from here.
Well, there's never a right or wrong thing to do, it seems like. And Youssef, what's the last story you got?
And finally, former Wildcat Trey Lyles is drawing some shade for comments he once made about long practices with his past NBA teams, comparing the 3-hour sessions to his time at Kentucky. Mary Jo and Jack, these complaints are what?
Listen, I mean, We're talking about practice.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to practice. Nobody likes 3-hour practices,
No.
so it's fine.
We're talking about practices and we're talking about paychecks.
Yep.
He's getting the paycheck, so show up and practice. Listen, Greg Popovich at San Antonio, he is known for getting the best out of his players, and if he's not willing to practice, he will not be in San Antonio very long. That's for sure.
That's for sure. All right, big thanks to Youssef for pitching in tonight. We appreciate it. Tonight's wrap-up is next as Hey Kentucky continues.